Yo, what's up, guys? I'm Grandmaster Shaman, and welcome back to Flower Paradise. And today we have a brand new episode number 4 of Sakura Gamer 2. Now, in the last episode, we had some very weird and kind of creepy stuff that turned into great stuff, and it's been a wild ride, but it looks like we're gonna get hit with some heavy stuff, as it looks like the bad guys are about to show up. So make sure, if you guys are hyped, you guys hit that like button down below for me, because you already know your support's greatly appreciated, as well as subscribing to the channel. We're on the road to 200 subscribers, so make sure you guys subscribe if you have not already, because we have a lot of really great content coming to the channel, especially here in the month of December and early January, as I don't have to go to class, so I can finally start to build up something for the channel. And if you guys are hyped, make sure you guys stay for the great Yuri action. I whipped my head about, searching for the source of the unexpected commotion. It doesn't take me long to find it. Oh, it's a girl, and she's kind of not wearing very much. So she must be one of the people who are super, we're totally gonna try and get this chick on our side, aren't we? I bet you if you didn't get in a relationship with either of them, you'd totally go for her, and then you'd win her over. At least that's what I expect so far. A girl is standing out by our table. She actually has a character design, so you know she's important. This is a Sakura game. Her hands pressed against her hips, her eyes are narrowed, and she looks at us with utter disdain. I don't know who she is, and I've never met her before in my life. She's a perfect stranger, but she seems to know me. So you're the girl who wrote Miko Maid, are you? Yeah, that's right. Might I ask why your name is, young miss? My name is Kurumi. Oh, she's trash. Well, that's unfortunate. The only other people named Kurumi are just okay, I'm sorry. If your name's Kurumi, I'm sorry. It's just the other Kurumi from that other game that happens to have really adorable characters outside of Kurumi. Kurumi's just a trash character, so I don't have high hopes for her. It doesn't matter. I didn't come here to talk. I didn't come here to talk about me. Instead, the girl stabs a finger in our direction. I came here to talk about you. And what do you wish to discuss? If there is anything I can help you with, I'd be more than happy to. Oh, quit it, you ugly hag. Ugly hag? Yeah, fuck you? Can I punch her in the face yet? Is there a punch her in the face button? No, unfortunately, it doesn't look like it. That's right. You're way too old to waste your time writing stories about cute young girls like me. Pardon? You're legitimately, out of the 4 people on this screen, you're definitely the least cute. I mean, you are cute, don't get me wrong, but out of the 4 people here, you gotta be ranked 4 out of 4. Just saying. How dare you? Suki clenched her fingers to the sides of her at her sides. Her body trembles with ill-suppressed rage. I'm not an old hag. I'm only 24, and my age should be no concern to you. Shit, dude. She's only 24, and this kid, you call her an old hag? Excuse you. Yeah, that's right. Excuse you. I happen to be 24 also. Fuck you, man. Jeez. I know I look like 8 billion times uglier than Suki does. Suki is way beyond my level of cuteness. But still, mate. Now, if you want to insult us, I suggest you go back to your online image boards and leaving us in peace. No way. I never get any peace so long as frauds like you are ranking in money from ill-educated fans who don't know any better. Now, y'all, wait a minute. You might be cute, but you have no right to talk to us like that. I have every right. I'm a paying customer. Kurumi puffs up her impressive chest. I bought your first game when it came out, and it was absolute garbage. I can't believe I've wasted my hard-earned money on something that terrible. Well, shut up about it. Kurumi's angry remarks are starting to draw some attention. People watch us whispering amongst ourselves, intrigued in the drama that is being stirred up before their eyes. Oh, what's going on? Looks like the girl has some beef with that circle. Has that circle been scamming people? Who are they anyway? Aren't they the girls who made Miko Maid? Oh, I've heard of that. Isn't that the porn visual novel? Yeah, it got pretty popular last year. So Miko Maid was written by women? I thought that was just a rumor. Nah, man, it's on their official website. They're being open about being women. I know, it's not like anybody believed them. We started to attract quite a crowd. Curious whispers buzz in the air like hives of bees. They shrink back shyly, wrapping our arms around the middle as though for protection. I don't want to be at the center of attention. Why is this happening? Miko Maid is a horrible visual, absolutely horrible visual novel, and it hardly deserves to be called as such. It's obviously pumped out in under a month. The art is sloppy, and there weren't any sound effects, and the writing, that's the worst offender of them all. Whoever wasted their time working on that excuse of a script should be ashamed of themselves. I bite my lip. I don't want to cry. I can't afford to burst into tears in front of all these strangers. I don't want to give Kurumi the satisfaction. Alright. Where's your visual novel? Show me your visual novel before you start criticizing. Go ahead. Go ahead. Under a month? Yeah, sure. That means you must be, writing visual novels. You know how long it takes. So, where's yours? Is it popular? It's probably trash. Just like you. That would be way too embarrassing, but Kurumi should know it Kurumi sure knows how to hit me where it hurts. There are dozens of companies out there who work much, much harder than you. There are indie visual novels with complex, branching plots, large cast of well-fleshed-out characters, and thought-provoking themes, but they've all been left at the wayside. They don't get much attention they deserve, while badly written trash like Miko Maid flourish. You're dragging the industry down with your low-effort stories and giving everybody involved in the industry a bad name. Why don't you bow out of the visual novel scene while you still can? That's the only way to preserve what little self-respect you still have. You're polluting something I love. I wish you'd all disappear. I press my hand against my chest. My heart is hammering hard, and I feel unwell. My legs are shaking. I feel like I'm gonna collapse. The voices swirling around us aren't helping either. A few people are holding up their phones, the screens pointed at Kurumi's angry face. They aren't filming this, are they? I hope not. Hey, Nekohime, are you alright? I want to reply, but I don't want Clover worrying about me. I can't afford to be a burden, but though I open my mouth, no sound comes out. I can't speak. Nekohime, hey, get it together, girl. Cold sweat trickles down my forehead. Am I having a panic attack? I've never been very good at dealing with stress, but having a meltdown in public made me feel even more stressed than I was before. Alright, that's quite enough out of you. And I have no obligation to sit here and listen to your cruel words. You're upsetting Nekohime, and you're upsetting me too. What? Well, good. You deserve to be upset. Maybe I'll give you a little humility. Besides, I have every right to complain. I'm a customer and I paid good money, so I have my opinion. Who cares if I'm hurting your precious feelings? If my words bother you so much, you should have never published your visual novel to begin with. When you release products, particularly commercial ones, you should expect people to criticize you. That's just common sense. Even super famous celebrities get criticized. What makes you immune from it? If you can't handle the heat, then you should get out of the frying pan. It's not that I can't take the heat, Kurumi. I'm used to being criticized. Compared to my grandmother, your words are almost kind. My grandmother is far, far harsher than you could ever be. You haven't upset me. You're just making a fool out of yourself. And there are ways to voice one's disappointment without resorting to petty personal insults. And as for your argument about we don't deserve our success, why do you think you should be the one who gets to decide what projects sell and what don't? I know that there are a lot of high-quality games that don't sell nearly as many copies as they should. It's sad, especially that when people work so hard on the products, but that isn't my fault. I have nothing to feel guilty about. That's just the way the market is. Now back off before you say something that really makes me lose my temper and it makes me do something I'll regret. So you're threatening me now? Well, is that how low you've fallen? What of it? I told you to disappear, yet unlike a certain somebody, but I haven't told you to disappear yet, unlike a certain somebody, but it should be fine if I return the favor. If you can't handle the heat, then you should step out of the frying pan. It's that simple. Why you bitch? Don't get so big-headed. There are like hundreds of porn visual novels out there. Just like the flavor of the week. In due course, you'll be replaced. Yeah, the flavor of the week. It's been an entire year, and they're still at the top of their game, though. That's the problem. Like maybe if this game came out a week ago and then it just suddenly fell off, but nah, man, not a thing, mate. You're like not special or important. You're certainly not talented. You must have let your way into a bit of success, but it'll all come crashing down soon enough. Sure, maybe that'll happen. All good things have to come to an end, but at least I can hold my head high and say it was fun while we lasted. I was able to make stories with two very dear friends of mine. We shared a lot of fond, happy memories together, which is worth even more than money. Making these visual novels has enriched my life. But no matter what happens to us, you'll always be a sad, jealous person who has to drag others down. It's no wonder you came to this convention on your own. I doubt you have many friends. You're cute, but your personality is completely rotten. You bitch. I'll make you pay for this. No matter, you better watch your backs, because I'm not going to forgive you for this. Kurumi turns around, her nose stuck up in the air, and marches off. At least that's what she intends, but, she trips. She falls forward, shrieking in alarm, and lands on the ground with a thud. Uh-oh. Well. Owie! That hurt! Kurumi lies on the ground, her butt sticking up in the air. Her short skirt rolled up to reveal a quite considerable amount of soft, plump thighs, and... I mean, she does have them thighs, though. She does have them thighs. Anyway. Hey, look at that girl. I can see her pancakes. No, panties. What? No way! Kurumi blushes. She tries to pull down her skirt and get to her feet, but she stumbles, falling, and cracks her chin on the ground. Ow. She hisses in pain, her eyes beating in tears. Her butt is still raised in the air, her panties on display for the whole world to see. Or, to be more accurate, all the convention goers at Manga Market. But still, that's quite a sizable chunk of people, especially if they were filming that entire outburst. Like, well, now you got it. Now she's just me a laughingstock. Kurumi and Suki argument attracted a huge crowd, and now a whole bunch of men are staring at Kurumi's crumpled body in a worry, shock, or amusement. A few guys are holding their cell phones, and they direct them at Kurumi's rear. Flashes flicker through the convention hall, and Kurumi whimpers. No, like, don't take pictures, stop it, why, I oughta... Kurumi tries to get to her feet again, but gravity overcomes her. She falls shrieking and lands in the same crumpled heap as her limbs before. The more Kurumi shrieks, the more the crowd laughs. Ah, she's so cute and clumsy too. She acted so tough, but there are now tears in her eyes. I love it when strong girls break character to show their inner weakness. Her panties are so adorable too. Yeah, they do up at the sides. They're pink. You guys, you're all jerks. What about my maidenly innocence? I watch Kurumi finally manage to pull her skirt over her underwear. I can't help but feel... Alright. So, I'm not gonna lie. I honestly am gonna... I kind of feel like I'm gonna be the bitch. Like, after that whole outburst, she totally got what she deserved, mate. Kurumi finally staggers to her feet, her forehead red and smacking it against the floor so many times it glares. She totally lost her composure, her eyes filled with tears, and she's trembling. You're all horrid. I hate you, and mostly you. This is all your fault. How is your clumsiness my fault? You like distracted me, and you made me so mad and I lost my balance. If photos of my panties end up on the internet this evening, I'll have your head on a silver platter. You can beg and plead, but I'll never ever show any mercy. Not after you humiliated me like this in front of all these people. I'll ruin your lives, and we'll see how much your valuable, your precious friendship really is. Life isn't a shonen manga, you know. Oomph. Kurumi stalks off, her expression murderous. If looks can kill, half the men clustered around our table would be dead right now. What a brat. She got what she deserved. That's right. She was so rude. I hope that's taught her a lesson. I'm not usually a vindictive person, at least I don't think I am, but Kurumi's complaints were granting enough attention to draw a nastier part of my personality. She really was a meanie. She really was. Like, she honestly got what she deserved. That's called karma, bitch. And you eat that shit. Yo, I really have no patience for bullies like that. The things she said made my skin crawl. She was even worse than that jerk Shota. With any luck, that'll be the last we see of her for the rest of this trip, at least. Her face was so red and she looked like a tomato. I doubt she'll be back here anytime soon. It's not like she's a glutton for punishment. She could try and pick a fight again if she wants, but... I don't know if I could actually crack my knuckles. There we go. I'll be ready for her. And it's not like I'm not gonna let her hurt you, Nekohime. You're my girlfriend, and I love you a lot. And if anyone makes you cry, I'll knock them out. Right. Thank you, Suki. I'm glad Suki and Clovey care so much about me. I feel a lot better now. That evening, after I had eaten at a nearby restaurant with Suki and Clover, did the restaurant not matter or what? Well, shit. I go for a walk to clear my head. I wanted to stay in the hotel room nestled beneath the sheets, but for some reason, the thought of being with Clover and Suki right now is kind of stifling. I wonder why. It's not like our hotel room is small. Nothing could be further from the truth. In fact, our bed was large enough to fit 3 people. Everything in our room was large, from the TV to the closets to the hot tub.
It was very clean too, almost pristine. The maids at our hotel must work hard because our sheets are crisp and neatly made, all surfaces devoid of dust and dirt. It should be a perfect place to relax, but I don't know if I can deal with people right now. My mind's too messed up. I walk through the darkened streets, my hands jammed up into my pockets. It's a cool evening, and the wind blows through my hair and tugs at the hem of my jacket. I'm not sure where I'm going, but it doesn't really matter. I just want to be on my own. Eventually, I make my way to a small park. It's quite scenic, I suppose. There's a fountain not too far away, gently dispensing steams of water into the air, and it's surrounded by a lot of lush green trees. It's peaceful, relaxing. At least it should be, but I don't believe it. Those jerks.
It's totally her. She's at the park. Oh dear.
A voice makes my body tense. I'm not the only person here. Somebody else has come to seek shelter in this park, but who? I glance around, searching for the mysterious interloper. I soon find her, sitting on a bench beneath a tree, her head bowed, her shoulders tremble, and she sniffs, wiping her eyes with the back of her arm. I can't see her face, and I don't think she's noticed me, but I know who she is. That's Kurumi.
Huh? Is like someone there?
Kurumi raises her head. I'm sure she might see me, but I don't want to get into an argument, not right now. Hurriedly, I flatten my back against the tree, and I hope she can't see me.
That's weird. I thought I heard something, but I guess not.
Kurumi sniffs and shakes her head.
I'm such an idiot. I must have looked so stupid back then. I wanted to show everybody how exploitive those developers are, and I'm the one who suffered for it. That's not fair. They don't deserve their popularity. I've worked much, much harder than they have. So why?
Kurumi wipes her red-rimmed eyes with the back of her arm. She's trembling.
As people say, if you put in effort, you should reap the rewards. You just have to wait. Screw that. What do people know? I've waited patiently for years, but nothing happened. Nobody cared. Nobody will ever care. I've had enough.
Kurumi suddenly gets to her feet, her eyes flashing in the milky moonlight. I don't want to sit in the park on my own crying. This isn't going to help anything. What's gotten into me? I need to get my act together. Get her act together, huh? That sounds eerily like me. I haven't repeated that mantra to myself over and over again since I came to Manga Market. Maybe Kurumi and I are more similar than we appear. I don't want to feel any sympathy for Kurumi, but now my feelings are starting to waver. She's only human, and her tears have swayed my heart. I hope she's alright. Part of me wants to reach out to her, but
it's getting chilly. I should head back to my hotel. Really, though, this whole thing sucks. Today was terrible.
Kurumi stalks off, the hem of her short skirt fluttering in the breeze. I watch her as she leaves, still concealed by a tree. It's only when I can't see her anymore that I exhale a long, heavy, deep breath of air that I didn't realize I was holding in. I hardly know her, but she seems to really hate me. I wish I knew why. I don't think her words earlier motivated simply by the dislike of Miko made. She took things way too far. I almost sounded like she had some kind of personal vendetta against us. But that's ridiculous, isn't it? I don't know that girl, and she has no reason to hate us as people. She wasn't being rational, but I guess people aren't always rational. Part of me wants to get to know Kurumi better, but another part of me wants to keep as far away from her as possible. There's no way we'll ever become friends. This isn't a Destiny movie. And things don't always end happily. That's just the way life is.
I mean, yeah, sometimes you work your ass off, you do everything you can, and you still don't make it. It just happens sometimes. So, I feel that.
I feel exhausted when I finally return to the hotel room. I want nothing more than to flop down on my bed and stare at the ceiling, but...
Aww! Is she, like, getting painted? Oh, look at them. They're so cute. Oh, I love them. I love them so much. They're just so cute.
Look at her. It looks like the bed's already occupied. Clover is laying out in her front, a coy smile painting her lips. She's wearing nothing but a small black bra and a pair of small black panties with a dusty jacket thrown off over top. Suki is sitting on Clover's side. She too is wearing a peculiar outfit, a black robe decorated in belts, her shoulder festooned with feathery boa. It's not Suki's strange outfit that makes me pause, however, it's the paintbrush in her hand. The tip of her brush is covered with paint, which glistens with the lights of the hotel room. Slowly, like a true artisan, Suki brings the brush down on Clover's rear.
Ah!
Clover gasps as Suki giggles amused. So, how does being my own canvas feel?
It feels good, but the brush tickles a little. Couldn't you find something with a finer bristles? I'm sorry, but we all have to suffer for our own art. In the past, models used to sit for hours on
on end so their portraits could be painted. Compared to that, having your behind tickled isn't that strenuous an activity. Now, stop moving, and I don't want to mess up your markings. Alright, y'all. I'll do my best, but... Suki presses the tip of her brush down on Clover's rear a second time, and Clover's hiss jerk upwards in alarm. Hee! A few splotches of white paint land on Clover's back, and Suki sighs. Now that's no good. Now I'll need to wipe the paint off before I continue. Really though, Clover, you have to stop squirming. I might be a great artist, but it's impossible for me to work under these conditions. Sorry, Suki. Suki turns to look at for a tissue when her eyes meet mine. Oh, Nekohime, you're back from your walk already? That's right. I hope I'm not interrupting anything. Oh no, it's nothing really. Really? I raise an eyebrow. Because this, whatever this is, doesn't look like nothing to me. I walk in on some kinky sex game, didn't I?
Well, when you're in a poly relationship, these things happen. Like, you're all in a relationship together with each other, so, I mean, they could totally be up all in that.
Sex game? Clover's eyes crease with amusement, and she begins to laugh. I know the three of us get up to some pretty weird stuff, but this is perfectly innocent. Whatever made you think that?
I don't know.
What made you think this was something kinky? Well, I mean, you're in a bra and panties with a weird jacket getting painted, in the ass, while someone else who's wearing rather skimpy clothing is doing the painting,
and wearing a tiara.
I mean, she's incredibly attractive, but, you know. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that you're lying on bed half naked while Suki covers your body in white paint. I wonder if it's edible white paint. Now that would be kinky.
I should have written a sex scene like that in Miko Me Too. Yo, I love how her mind immediately goes to,
yo, but what if they eat it and then they eat ass? You know, we were actually like eating the paint. Oh man. Well, I guess it does look kind of weird now that you mention it. Oh, hey. Hey. Okay. Why does it skip that? Only kind of. I can explain really. There's nothing lewd about this. Clover's right. This is strictly professional. Professional? I don't know if you realize, but I'm actually dressed up as a character from a popular visual novel, Sakura MMO.
That makes sense. Oh, yo, I get it. You're Viola. Yep. Yeah. I get it.
Yo, okay. That makes sense. Which, by the way, if you guys did never end up watching Sakura MMO, you can check out the entire playthrough of the game. The playlist is in the description, so you guys can check out Sakura MMO and you can see the great Viola for yourself. Sakura MMO can't be that popular. I've never heard of it. You must have heard of it. I bought you a cell phone case for your birthday with Viola on it.
It's true.
You see her every day when you use her phone. Oh, right. I thought your outfit looked a bit similar. I've never read the visual novel myself, though. Putting that one to one side, which you should totally read the visual novel, and if you guys do want to check it out, you can buy it on Steam, along with pretty much every Sakura visual novel that you can possibly think of. Suki waves one hand. She's still holding the white brush, and I eye the paint clinging to the bristles uneasily. I don't want Suki daubing the sheets in paint. That'd be a nightmare to clean out. What if we get kicked out for vandalizing the hotel? It's not like today could get much worse. I'm Viola, and Clover is dressed on Fion, which Fion's adorable, by the way. She's very eccentric, though. I mean, it makes sense. She kind of fits the character a little bit, huh? Fion's a thief, and she has markings all over her body, so I'm trying to apply the markings in the right places, but Clover's being a bit of a nuisance. The brush is a little bit ticklish. You try getting your body painted next time if you don't believe me, Suki. I don't need to have my body painted. Viola doesn't have markings. Besides, I'm the artist here. I usually draw digitally, but I'm good with a paintbrush too. I wouldn't trust you to cover my body in paint, Clover. This is a job only I can do. Boo, you're so paranoid.
Boo, I love Boo. Boo's a great pet name.
I'm pretty creative myself, you know. I used to work in elementary school, and the kids love my art classes. If you ever want a girl who can make an elephant out of a toilet roll, look no further. Yeah, well, your skill is rather, eclectic. Ah, eclectic. I'm such an idiot. Do you ever have those moments where your brain just totally shuts off? Because mine totally shut off. But your artistic prowess is no match for, anyway. Wait. We're veering off the subject. I'm a little confused. What's there to be confused about? I'm already explained everything. You said you were dressing as characters from this Sakura MMO, right? That's right. Here's a picture of Fion if you don't believe me. She picks up her phone from the bedside and table and unlocks the screen, and she opens up the webpage and then hands it to me. I accept it and glance at the image curiously. The girl on the screen's pretty cute, I guess. She has bronze skin, blonde hair, and large eyes. She isn't wearing all that much, and her body's decorated with daubs of white paint. If it wasn't for the different hair color, she'd look quite a lot like Clover. Now that I know what Saki and Clover were doing, but why are you dressing up at this hour? What's the point? It was all part of my master plan. I figured if we wanted to grab more attention tomorrow, we should all cosplay. Cosplay? That's right, Sakura MMO is a popular series. Is it? I've still never read. If Suki and Clover were dressed up as characters from Sakura Spirit or Sakura Fantasy, then I'd understand. I mean, those are popular IPs. Even I've heard of them. Sakura MMO, however, who's read that? Excuse you. Have you ever read Sakura MMO 2? Because I didn't post that. I was late to the party. A lot of stuff was happening at the time, so I was late to the party. But you know, it is what it is. And I thought if we dressed up as characters, a lot of people would come to our table. Plus, Sakura MMO is a story filled with lesbian romance. Perfect for us. Yeah, it is. The character wears a lot of skimpy costumes, too. Guys would like it a lot. We all know that sex sells. Evidently, it didn't work out too well for Sakura MMO. I shake my head. Is that, like, are they complaining? Is this like a complaint? Well, Sakura MMO didn't get a lot, so we're going to plug it in this video. Or this visual novel, so that way people will be like, oh, Sakura MMO, interesting. Maybe this one was more popular than Sakura MMO, so their plan was to plug it in this, so people would go back and play Sakura MMO and Sakura MMO 2, which, I mean, isn't bad. I mean, it's a Sakura series game, so it's like, is what it is. I don't want to promote another story where we're trying to sell Miko Maid 2. It wouldn't make any sense. Oh yeah, I didn't think of that. And you say you're the brains behind our operation. Sometimes you get too carried away with your own ideas. You got me. Well, I guess these costumes, cute as they are a no-go? It's a shame, too. I'd make a perfect Elri, Nico. You make a perfect Elri, Nikohime. Your hair isn't red, but you could always wear a wig, and she's really stern and serious, just like you. I'm not stern and serious. I just have common sense, unlike other people who shall not be named. See, you're totally serious. But Elri has a cute, easily flustered side too, and she's super gay. Yeah! Don't you just love super gay characters? I love it. I love it. See, this is the best. Now that sure sounds like the Neko Hime we know and love. I don't get easily flustered, but you're not denying that you're super gay. Well, everybody knows that I'm super gay. I wrote all those awful poems about it back when I was in high school, remember? So secret, man. It's so secret. Ah, yes. I'll cherish them forever. How did those poems go again? Oh, tell me. I'm curious. I want to know too. No, you don't. I think it went something like, as I walk through the abyssal world, solitude is my only friend, for I am a hollow like a shell. That's enough. Quit it. No more. If Clover recites any more of my old awful poetry, I think I might die. After that incident, Clover washes her body free of white paint and changes back into her regular clothes, and so does Suki. Now everything's back to normal. At least it would be, if Suki didn't keep sneaking glances at me from the corner of her eyes, snickering. As I walk through the abysmal world, indeed. Shut up! I'm sorry, Nekohime, but I never knew you could be so emotional. You always seemed so cool and detached. Who would have thought that such pain and anguish lurks beneath your frosty exterior? I'm not that cool and detached. My breakdown earlier today should be proof enough of that. I try to act like I don't care, but nothing could be further from the truth. In fact, I care about things too much. I wrote all those poems years ago anyway. I shouldn't dwell on them too much.
Ah, but they're so cute. They make me want to pat you on the head, just like a kitty. There.
Well, maybe I should write some poetry. Maybe she'll... Okay. As Suki ruffles the top of my head and I stiffen. Yeah, you don't need to take pity on me, you know. This is already humiliating enough. I glare at Clover. Did you really have to recite my poetry from back then? You might as well cut me with a knife. I'm sorry, Nekohime. I just thought it'd be funny. So playing with my emotions is amusing now. I guess I know how my feelings are one big joke to you. Hey, it wasn't like that. I just didn't want to leave Suki out. It didn't seem fair that I knew about all the poems and she didn't. Besides, she was only teasing. She didn't really mean anything by it. We're allowed to poke fun at you every once in a while. Hey. It's our privilege as your cute girlfriends. Girlfriends. I guess Clover's right. We are girlfriends. I don't like being teased, but... Stop it! If my poetry has to be mocked by anyone, I'd rather it be Suki and Clover than a girl like Kurumi. At least I can trust them, and they probably don't want to hurt my feelings. It was all in good fun, quite unlike the debacle that occurred earlier. I heave a heavy sigh, and Suki looks at me and askins. Are you alright, Nekohime? God. I was just worrying about what happened earlier. You mean with Kurumi? Yeah. I was trying not to dwell on her, but that's a tall order, especially after I bumped into her at the park. I don't want to bring that up to Clover and Suki, though. What's the point? It's not like I spoke to Kurumi. I don't think she even knew I was there. I'd be a bit braver. Maybe I could have comforted her. I could have told her that I wanted all the things I wanted to tell her back at Manga Market if I wasn't too shy and self-conscious to express. I had the opportunity to get back at her, but I did nothing. I'm so useless. I guess Kurumi must be weighing on my mind. Well, don't let her. That's what she gets. She spouted all that garbage earlier so she could upset us, and she didn't give so we can't give her the satisfaction. That's right. We worked hard on Miko Maid too. You don't need to feel ashamed. She might say that we're talentless, but you should know otherwise, or we should know otherwise. She was talking about out of her ass. I bet she never completed a project before, commercial or otherwise. How is she supposed to know how much work we put in? That's what I would assume, to be honest. You shouldn't worry about her, Nekohime. Let's just focus on making tomorrow a success. I know that. I shouldn't think about it, but I can't help but wonder if there was a kernel of truth to Kurumi's words. Am I a talentless hack? Wait. Am a talentless hack? Uh-oh. You've made so many games by now. You should know there should be no typos. Or at least a few. It's what, like 6? It's impossible for me to gauge my own skills or lack thereof. I have too much invested in my I mean, to be fair, I made a novel, and which, by the way, if you guys did not know, I did write a novel that you can totally get on Amazon.com called The Blood Red Series Beginning, written by me, Abigail Lang, and you can pick up, and it's a nice, solid 140,000 word novel, so you can get a lot out of it, and it's available right online, no problem, so you should totally check that out. Just plugging that right there, right after you hit the subscribe button. It's impossible for me to gauge my own skills or lack thereof. I have too much invested in my writing, so I can't take an objective stance, neither can Clover and Suki. Then again, can anybody? Is it possible to view art objectively when people's viewpoints and opinions are shaped by their tastes? All art criticism is personal to a certain degree. What some people say is emotionally evocative, others say is outright garbage. And what some people say is cheap, lazy porn games, others can see as brief oases of peace from their hectic lives. Who's to say that art has meaning and what doesn't? Does it really matter? Maybe if I was a great philosopher like Confucius, I would have some answers, but I don't. I'm just an average woman who writes porn, and if Kurumi's words are to be believed, but pretty below average porn at that. It's not like my opinions matter. Jeez, I shake my head. Thinking about all this stuff late at night is a surefire way to get a headache. Well, you're probably right. I need to put it from my mind. I should get some sleep, but before that, wonder if anybody's talking about us online. I fish out my phone from my pocket and open up on the browser. Suki and Clover watch on, disapproving. You know, searching yourself is never a good idea, particularly if you have an internet presence like we do.
People say whatever they want on the internet, and it's totally free-for-all with no quality control. Some of my students use social media to bully the unpopular kids in class. They said all sorts of horrible things, and they were only 7 years old. Adults can be even crueler. I know, but don't worry. I'm not going to look at reviews from Miko Made or Miko Made 2, I guess. Since we sold a bunch of copies of Miko Made 2 today, some people will have started playing it already. Now that's a disturbing thought. I wouldn't be surprised if the internet's already overflowing with hot takes about how shitty Miko Made 2 is, and it's only been out for a few hours. It's probably available on all kinds of pirate and torrent sites too. I just want to see if anybody's written anything about meeting us in Manga Market. I wouldn't read anything negative, I swear. I'm not that much of a masochist.
Well, you say that now, but it's easy to find cruel comments even without looking.
Go die, and your company is trash, and you have no talent. Shuki shakes her head, disgusted.
You'd think people would have some original comments, but no, it's always the same old cliches. My students used to post stuff like that too. It was pretty disheartening when I found it. They all seemed like such good, nice kids.
And nice people in real life can do horrible things in the privacy of their own home. My grandmother was the same. She acted polite and friendly to strangers, but when she was alone with me, she dropped the facade. And she was so strict, she was like a demon, and she said all sorts of horrible things. She didn't need to hide behind any safety of the internet to show her true colors. Not that she knows how to use the internet.
Suki runs her hand through her dark hair distractedly. I guess what I'm trying to say is, everybody has a dark side to them, no matter how pleasant they might appear on a superficial level. It's inevitable that you'll find cruel remarks, Nekohime. You might as well not bother. I couldn't get away from my grandmother's constant criticisms when I lived with her, but you don't need to subject yourself to all this negativity.
I know that, you're right. But I still want to know. I don't think I'll be able to sleep if I don't check. I thought of people writing about me online. About me being none the wiser is disconcerting. Is this how celebrities feel? Do they ever get used to having their lives speculated on about online by thousands of strangers? I'm not even that famous, but the thought really unnerves me. I guess I'm too weak. Was coming to Manga Market a mistake? Clover and Suki would probably be fine without me, but I wanted to support them. We helped make Miko Made 2 together after all. It was a point venture of love, no matter what Kurumi said, and I swear at the screen of my phone alarmed. I've just seen something unexpected. I never would imagine this happen.
Hey Nekohime, what is it?
You gone white as a sheet.
You didn't receive any death threats, did you?
No, that's not it. Nobody insulted us. Well, look. I hold out my phone. Suki takes it from me, and Clover peers at the screen from over her shoulder. Silence depends upon the hotel room, broken by the rumble of outside traffic. The seconds tick by one after another, and then...
Hey, this video, that's me, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right, and I'm in the background there too. And that girl I'm talking with, that girl I'm talking with, that's Kurumi. A bunch of people had their phones out during the confrontation, but I didn't think they'd film it or upload it online. I guess they must have, and that's not the crazy part. Look at the views on this thing.
Huh, no way.
Are those numbers even real? Isn't it a glitch? I don't think so, no.
But they're going up every second. This thing has millions of views, and it's only been online for 5 hours.
It has 4 million views. It has 4 million views to be precise, but the numbers are climbing higher and higher even as we speak. There are dozens of different versions of the video uploaded and re-uploaded on MyTube. But this one's far the most popular. It looks like a lot of people have shared it. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if half of Tokyo had clapped their eyes on this.
Look at what people are saying, too.
Clover glances at the MyTube's comment section, her eyes shining.
Wow, that girl really showed her. What an epic cat fight. This is the best beatdown ever. I think that the artist, that's the artist Miko made. It's a pretty good visual novel. You should buy it and support the developers.
Hell yeah. You show 'em. You show 'em.
Clover stares at Suki and I, her face flushed with happiness.
This is so cool. We become like real celebrities. This field is going to propel us into superstardom. If this video keeps circulating, word about Miko Made will spread further afield, and then we'll sell more copies than ever before. We'll become unstoppable.
Suki throws herself into the vast white bed with a big thump, her face flushed with happiness. She's smiling like no one's ever before.
Thank you, Kurumi, for picking a fight with me. You've given us the best boost in our whole career. I bet our table will be swamped by fans tomorrow, all thanks to her, haha.
Well, Suki seriously seems happy about it, huh? Not that I can blame her. Clover hands the phone back to me, grinning.
Aren't you happy about this, though, Nekohime?
You're not smiling.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was just thinking. Suki's words echo in my mind over and over again like a mantra. We've become like real celebrities. This is the biggest boost to our career. I bet our table will be swamped with fans tomorrow. I'm glad the video's given our circle so much attention, but today was already busy enough. I don't want to deal with more people, and there's a chance that Kurumi might come back for revenge. And I know I should be pleased, but all of a sudden, my head really hurts.
Meanwhile, back in the small shrine in Asakusa.
What's this? It looks like Sakurako sent me a message. She says she saw a video on my tube. I don't know much about my tube, but she said it has something to do with Tsukiko. I suppose I'll have to watch it then. Well, my troublesome granddaughter, it seems like I'm not the only one worried about you. Your aunt too. I'm sure your mother would be if she knew you had ran off. Now, how do I open this video? Do I just click this? Ah, yes, it seems to have worked. Now, what's going on? It's a bit blurry, and it's hard on my old eyes to focus, but that girl, that's definitely Tsukiko, and there's no doubt about it, but, oh, the clothes she's wearing, how undecent. I'd never allow her to dress in such a manner. She's showing off so much of her body, and she's shouting, too. It looks like she's involved in some sort of argument. I'm not sure what she's talking about exactly, but that hardly matters. Women shouldn't be rowdy, particularly in public. Dressing like a harlot and cursing like a sailor. What has the world come to? I tried to raise my Tsukiko as best I could, but she defied me, and then she ran away.
Dude, Tsukiko's amazing, honestly. Let's be real. Tsukiko is absolutely bae. 100%. Best character. I love her so much.
Well, I don't let her humiliate herself or our family any longer.
Dude, nobody cares about your family. Like, this is 2019, man. Like, no one's gonna be like, oh, Tsukiko? I bet her family is a bunch of crazy people.
It's been over a year. I must bring her back home at any cost. Now, I wonder if Sakuraso knows where this video was filmed. That must be where Tsukiko is. I'll find her and I'll drag her back home. I won't listen to any of her excuses. She can cry all she wants, but I won't show her mercy. She's crossed it one last time.
Well, that sounds like a good place to stop this episode. I hope you guys are excited. Looks like some crazy shit is about to go down. Make sure you guys hit that like button down below for me because you already know your support's greatly appreciated, as well as subscribing to the channel. We're on the road to 200 subscribers, so make sure you do hit that button, as well as leaving a comment in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on the series to this point, as well as checking out all the links in the description for all the previous Sakura games and all sorts of goodies. So thank you guys so much, and we'll see you all next time.